Welcome, everyone, to the Real Whovians cast. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I'm with Ben. What's up, Ben?
Hello.
What's up, Daniel?
Has anybody here seen The Hand of Fear? I think it was kind of sad that the doctor left Sarah Jane and never came back for her. That sucks.
Yes, I have The Hand of Fear, yes. But we'll talk about that later. But what's up, Vaughn?
What's up?
Yeah, with Daniel, look, he had to go back to Gallifrey. So
I know that, but he couldn't.
She wasn't allowed. The thing was that at the time, they were very strict rules about stuff, and she wasn't allowed to go. It was something that she was probably going to be in grave danger, really bad, that she could not be there. So that was the situation. Was he had to leave her, and it was a sad end. Yeah, it was sad that he left her, and she had her plant, and he dropped her off at the wrong place, and. I mean, you could see that at school reunion. She was miserable about it, but
does she remember the events of the 5 Doctors? She met the 5th Doctor.
Yes, she remember. Sure she does.
Yeah, because the timelines can't retain the knowledge of the crossovers.
This is right before the Deadly Assassin, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
All right.
So you've been watching classic Doctor Who lately, Daniel, huh?
Yeah, just really, I like it. It's really cool, and yeah, I think it's. I like to say the oldies are the goodies, you know. I prefer the old stuff more than the new stuff at times.
That's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
I really like Sarah Jane as a companion.
But it's just like I'm thinking, like, why didn't he could have gone back after he went to Gallifrey. He came back, right? He came back to Earth. He could have gone and picked her up any time.
Things are always about change, and
yeah,
they wanted maybe him by himself a little bit. Then he wanted to be with a new companion. They want a fresh. You can't always be, They just got to change it up. Like with Bill, they didn't even give her. She had 1 year to say goodbye. It's like, oh shit, wow. And you're getting used to her, and it's like, oh, now she's gone,
And Martha did the same thing too. Had 1 year.
But then they put her in with Donna.
Oh,
they had the 2 parts, Centauran Stratagem, and then she was in that episode to me that didn't fit. Like she was in the Doctor's daughter, but it didn't feel like she fit being in there because the Doctor was so busy that she almost drowned and died.
Yeah.
And it completely changed her outlook about the future completely. Where she was like soldier.
Yeah.
No longer a doctor. And it was like, oh no. Then she's a mercenary. It's like, what the hell?
That's a radical change for her to start out becoming like a doctor, wanting to be a doctor, and now turn into like a soldier mercenary type.
More like a doctor's borders made her into almost.
I mean, the thing was, she got the realization that it was thanks to, but you know what it was? It was thanks to someone saving her life that didn't even know her, an alien. But she said, you know what? She's got to be stronger than she is. Tougher, militaristic, all kinds. It was just a weird, near-death experience that she just totally. I'm not happy with what happened. I mean, I always saw her as. She was great as it would be a doctor or something,
Yeah, that's where I thought her path should have been, but I guess psychological trauma and stuff like that would do that.
And they never really had a companion like that that did something like that.
No.
That's the problem I had with.
Think about it.
Yeah. What, Scott?
Is they didn't write her to be strong. Granted, I can understand a kid not wanting to follow in their father's footsteps. But if they had written her a lot stronger than they did, we wouldn't be probably seeing a female doctor coming about. And if you think about it, Donna and River Song are the only 2 strong female types they had ever since Doctor Who returned. All the other companions have pretty much been arm candy, and if they just made Kate Stewart a bit stronger and didn't make...
well, they made Rose Tyler a bit... She came back with a freaking gun the size of your freaking head.
When she was his companion, it was still the same...
She became a soldier too, though.
Yeah, she did.
Still.
Like
she
all them
like Captain Jack. It was like, okay. They all became,
But
you know.
it's the same archetype. Oh, doctor, what's this? Oh, doctor, please save
Well,
me.
even look at Mickey Smith. Mickey Smith's alternate counterpart was a militaristic mercenary, whatever. He became that character. He became Ricky Smith.
Yeah.
And it was like, wow.
They didn't write the women, the companions that way.
I don't.
The only two people they did that really that way was for River and Donna.
I think they did that to show the psychological effects of what can happen. You know, is a cost to being the companion of the doctor, and they showed, well, this is the outcome of what happens when you be with the doctor. Even though you could have did like Tegan, one of them should did like Tegan said, "The hell with this, leave," and she went on to continue her life.
She said, "Screw that."
Yeah.
You know, you're not going to give me what I want. I want to be with you romantically. It's not going to work out. I'm torturing my heart doing it. So I need to be out. And I respect that. I respect the way she left. It wasn't no grand friggin', she's just like, I'm going.
Yeah.
I'm done. I just went through the master crap. I'm done, dude. You know, if I could still travel with you if we get to be together, but if not, okay. And, you know, I was fine with that. That was genuine. Wasn't happy that maybe she didn't get along with whatever, or they didn't, you know, for whatever reason they didn't want her. I'm not happy with that, but because it was kind of weird how they had Catherine Tate before her.
Yeah.
And then it was no, and then they Martha Jones, and it's like, why are they calling her back again? It's like they wanted Martha out and they wanted Donna back. It was like, okay, but you know, to me, Russell T Davis's era, I wasn't happy with that her memories erased. I felt that in the time.
I think that was very sad.
At the time, the way I feel was it wouldn't take away from the story if at the end of time she got her memory back completely and she didn't die. I felt that to do that to the character's like hollow now. It's empty. She should, I mean, just like he has a conscience about, oh, I really don't want to kill Harriet Jones, he should have a conscience like, oh, the doctor should go back, fix her, where she can remember. Yeah. Because again, all these decisions that she's making are the decisions of an old Donna Noble. Yep. If it was the new Donna Noble, she would seek out that guy from the library that she was in love with, because she's like, I promise I'll find you, but she can't hold herself to a promise if she can't remember. So she's just being with this guy, and she probably might not be in love with that guy if she had her memories with the doctor. She probably would want something better with her life. She probably wouldn't want a dead-end job. She probably would. She's seen the universe.
She's going through the motions.
Right, and my biggest thing was, as a writer, I was looking at the situation, I'm like, well, knowing that she went through all of this, what would happen if, like, say I wrote it, right? What would happen if she, now, because she became a millionaire with the lottery ticket, right?
Yeah, yeah.
She wouldn't be the Donna Noble that we know as a millionaire, taking care of people and being a good person. She'd be the Donna Noble before that, was snotty and whatever. Would she become a villain? And my answer to that would be absolutely.
Yep.
And then it would be the doctor's fault, and he would have to restore her memories, and then she would be angry with him. Like, genuinely, I would think it wouldn't be a joke. It would be an invasion.
Bill.
Invasion of privacy.
Tempted to do that, and she pretty much said, "You try that, I'm going to kick your ass."
So if she got her memories back, she wouldn't be happy at all. She'd be pissed.
Oh, no.
There might be some situations where that would be an interesting take if David Tennant was still around or whatever. Or even if Matt Smith's doctor had to deal with that, that would have been much more interesting, because she would be even more mad that she couldn't deal with his incarnation, like the 10th.
You know what they could do?
She would have gave the 11th a hard time.
Can you imagine they decide to go back with the new doctor and have that doctor be the one that replenishes her, returns her memory, but because he's now a woman, she's sort of torn between, okay, what do I do? Change my mind on how I feel, or pretty much get into a cat fight?
I think she'd stick with her guns, because still she is him. She's the same person. So I think that she should stay with her guns and say, hey, you effed up. This is your you effed up. This is the cost. You need to deal with the consequences of this. You know, you need to get this right. This is what you made me do, basically.
They could even address that maybe in one of the audio dramas.
But I don't think
have to be couldn't be probably not the doctor that did this to her, but maybe one of the past doctors encounters her, and somehow he finds out and decides, as a good thing, I'll replenish her or I'll return her memories.
It seems to me that they like to sugarcoat consequences for the doctor. Like that's the premise of them sugarcoating it. I think that they never really did head on with his how he affects people, Like Sarah Jane should have been way more pissed off at him for leaving her in the wrong part of the country in Aberdeen of all places and leaving. I would be pissed off about that. I'd be like, listen, you left me here. I didn't have no money. I don't know how the hell I'm gonna get home now.
She probably, she probably had to call UNIT, and that's the way she got home. Like UNIT sent somebody, got her. That's the thing. But the thing is that there was so many missed opportunities, especially with Martha Jones and Rose being in this hardest at the same time. They hated each other just by knowing their names. They were like, and I'm surprised there was no. That was the biggest missed opportunity with Russell T.
Look what happened. Look what with Rose and Sarah when they first met. You thought there was going to be a drag-out fight. Now that was a way to write two companions returning, and the fact that Rose's attitude towards him, like, okay, you didn't tell me about her, and Sarah's attitude towards him, you didn't tell anybody about me. Oh, come on.
Yeah.
The way I feel about Doctor Who now is a lot different than I did before. I feel, and again, I'm going to be very quick about this. They did this politically. They forced every generation to be female. They broke the rules in every way known to me that I'm not happy with. So my philosophy is, if you broke the rules every which way, then why are you following the rules? Why does it have to be now that if Doctor Who's going to be off the air for freaking 10 months or 16 months, why don't you just make it that we could see episodes with David Tennant or Matt Smith?
Yeah.
Bring back, I could think, for specials or something.
Yeah.
Why are you following the rules? You broke the rules. So there's no rules then. In my mind, there's no rules. This doctor overshadowed this doctor. No, you kicked the doctor out. Age discrimination. You broke the effing rules. Who the fuck cares about image and whatever? If the thing's gonna go in the toilet, if the ring's gonna go in the toilet, and she's a female doctor, whatever, who cares if you retcon it where she never existed? Period. Like I was talking about this before, and I was saying, like Tom Baker said, if she starts doing horrible, then. But if the writing is so bad that it damages the doctor completely, then you fucking wipe it where she was never the doctor in the first place. And it will be a tragedy that he would have the inclination that he could have been a female or whatever, and he's sad about it, but it never happened.
I mentioned this before. A lot of the problems is people are going to start feeling, though, if they write the series a certain way, it doesn't matter if it's the most greatest adventure known to man. But if, come the end of the season, there's like 4 or 5 episodes that are just piss poor, they're going to feel that writers purposely did that to prove everybody's point that we did not want a female doctor.
Exactly.
That's going to be the attitude.
My thing is, anything could be fixed.
It doesn't matter if it's the writers. It's that they purposely set out to sabotage Jodie Whittaker. So to say, see, okay, you wanted a woman? Okay, we gave you a woman. Okay, but people are going to still have that inclination that, oh, they just did this little nips and tucks here to purposely show that nobody wanted this female doctor in the first place. Like I also said about having a female in the first place, are we going to have a male doctor? I mean, a male companion, because if they still write the doctor in this whole swashbuckling attitude, wanting to dive in feet first into a battle, there's going to be people bitching, moaning, complaining about how, oh, they're promoting violence towards women.
Listen, if it's a situation, the way I feel as a writer myself, there is no situation you can't get out of. Use your brain, you write your way out of it, okay? If there's a thing where they jump the shark, then write it where she never jumped the shark. This is my thing. Forget about, to me, and again, I'm going to say it over and over again, the rules are broken as far as I'm concerned. To say that, oh, it wouldn't be right to take away from her doctor. Bullshit. You broke every rule there is. So, yes, you want to have rules, okay. But you know what? If the show is going to fail, and if they were going to keep her as a doctor, and they need to put something out, like a spin-off or something, don't do a spin-off. Do a storyline with the Time Lords. With the wait, let me finish. Let me get my idea out. Do a storyline with Time Lords where they take the Doctor out of time. He does this big mission, and they're thankful, this division of the High Council. And they say, okay, we're going to give you, like almost like a type of 3 wishes type of thing, right? Mm-hmm. What do you want, David Tennant's Doctor? I want Donna Noble restored. Boom, there's a story right there. You know, they give him the power to fix her. What do you want, Matt Smith's Doctor? I want to save the ponds. Whatever. Do shit where you get to see what's going on with each Doctor that is canon that you weren't aware of. You could do a storyline very easily where after the Weeping Angel thing, and he was pissed that he was sitting in Central Park and he was crying. Remember that? Immediately, you could pick up from that. And you could have, we never even seen this. He goes in the TARDIS, and he is pissed. I mean, 11th Doctor is pissed. Angry. It's always a thing he can become the value. You know, like, he, just like Capaldi was beating the crap out of the TARDIS, and he does this adventure, and he goes, just like David Tennant. When David Tennant had pissed off, and he's locking people in mirrors and throwing people outside the TARDIS and the asteroids and everything, he starts going wiping out each angel, like just killing them somehow or destroying them, right? And then they do a storyline where he saves the ponds. He ends up in the Victorian era. He sees Strax. Strax like, get it. He grabs the memory worm, and he doesn't remember because the whole adventures that he just had is erased. And that is why he's miserable when he retires, because he thinks they're dead. And they're not.
Here we go. Adding to your thing.
Who's calling? Wait, who's calling who on Skype right now?
Oh, sorry about that.
Oh, I was going to say, I don't have my phone.
You're not on Skype, are you, right now?
Me.
No.
But right. The idea, adding to your point, how about this? The ponds, Amy starts seeing Smith's face sort of contort. I mean, not a regeneration, but some sort of like contortment, and just starts viewing like a Valyard type esque face.
Or you have the beard, and it could be Dick. Remember? When it was like, oh, he's like, would be enough. The president starts being like ridiculous.
You start seeing some sort of evil start coming through him, almost like a Valyard type thing, and she's the one that slaps him to get him to break from that feeling. Or she sees a reflection of him in the either Rory sees the face doing that, and Amy sees the reflection of the Valyard, or something like that. But nonetheless, something happens to where one of them has to slap out of him to get him broken out of that Valyard.
Or they would do another storyline with Toby Jones as the Dream Lord, and then it turns out that the Dream Lord is actually an incarnation of the Master, which I think would be perfect. If they had
turning into a woman, or we could have another version of the Truth Monks be the reason why the Doctor's this way.
Well,
and
you know,
like
the Truth Monks, I wouldn't do anything with the Truth Monks. They suck.
The versions that we see in that 3-parter being
the Truth Monks suck. I would never bring them back again. I would never bring them back again. They sucked. They suck.
If we bring them back, we have those as a separatist part, and the true Truth Monks were trying to bring back Sutek.
I would bring back the Absorbable before I would bring back
from the Truth, which was Sutek.
No, first of all, you can't associate a shitty fucking villain with a fucking amazing villain. You can't have, if you put shit with greatness, it's greatness filled with shit. You understand? So if you're gonna have the Truth Monk, which is shit, I would not even poison the legacy and the greatness of Sutek with that shit. I would Goodbye, shit. I'm flushing you. You're done. I don't want to see the Dreamworks anymore. They fucked up their appearance. They're garbage. Don't appear again. All right? Seriously. I mean, the thing is that bring Sutex. Listen, you want to bring Sutex back? Guess what? You had a storyline already written out there that the Jaggeroth was around when Sutex was in power, and that maybe they caused him not to be in power anymore. The Jaggeroth, the guy that kept being split into 20 different parts, that there could be a grudge match between the Jaggeroth guy, you know, Count Scorleone or whatever, and friggin' Sutex. That would have been a fantastic thing, you know. But we never got that. But they still could do it.
They don't have people that know the history of Doctor Who on their writing team, the actual history, not cherry pick what they can remember.
Like Moffat's like, I love the Great Intelligence. I guess what?
Yeah.
He didn't explain the Great Intelligence. People don't know what the hell he's talking about. Who the hell is that? And that's why the finale was like, you know, fell flat. And he even admitted he didn't build him up enough. So, but yet he won't bring Ronnie back. But then he'll make Missy a Master B Missy, which you could have brought the Ronnie in. You know?
See, that's the thing with the Ronnie is that I was talking about this.
Oh, nobody would remember who the Ronnie is, but you're gonna know who the Great Intelligence is. That's stupid.
But we don't know what the copyright on the Ronnie is because that's technically Pips and James Baker's creation. So we don't.
I've always said I have always believed that Moffat pissed people off so much.
I think so.
That they honestly, anytime he wanted to use somebody, that's the excuse the BBC gave. So sorry, can't use that. That's
right. I think that happened because he pissed off.
Honestly, that's why we didn't see a lot of the original things because
when he wanted Peter Davison's Doctor in a special, like a little mini-sode, he put him in time frames, right?
Yeah.
You could have put them in anything. You could have did mini-sodes. You could do whatever. There was no excuse. Don't tell me about insurance purposes. Don't tell me anything. You crapped on them. You could have had Matt Smith just show up and talk to Ian Chesterton. And you could have, you could have did anything. And people were coming in the TARDIS to visit Capaldi.
Yeah.
Actors. While they're there, you could have signed them and did a mini-sode. And you had everybody in that friggin' TARDIS. Never, ever did they have it like that. Where you had friggin' Caroline Ford, you had friggin' Georgia Moffat, you had friggin'
Katie Manning.
Katie Manning.
Yeah.
Everybody was popping in there and chilling with him and taking pictures.
Exactly.
And then putting it on their Twitter feed. But he never did anything. Moffat's never, well, they're here, why not? You're a showrunner. You have the power to say, you know what? I'm going to get money for this. A 5-minute episode or something?
Yeah.
You could have done that. You didn't seize the opportunity.
You could have even done the thing for charity, and anybody would jump at the chance.
I just don't see the reason why it's such a stigma of bringing people back from the older episodes.
That's Moffat. That's Moffat. Moffat doesn't want to do it.
Related to the past.
Moffat only wants to do it if it suits his purposes, like Johnson's Master. He wanted to do, but you know what? He ruined it because he leaked it. So I mean, or BBC leaked it or whatever.
Because honest to goodness, the Capaldi era could have been fantastic if it was just like been open to all companions, no matter what series they came from. I mean, instead of, no offense to Clara, but having Clara for 2 seasons was almost too much for me. I'm sorry.
Well, they should have have her by herself was, they should have Janie Pink or should have something different dynamic. But here's the thing: if I was in charge of the show right now, and everybody talking about the 13th Doctor, I would trick everybody like Moffat. You know what I would do in a good way? Then Christmas ends and he's still the Doctor, and people are like, "What the hell is happening?" Then you find out, oh my God, Chibnall's getting another year to prepare. Capaldi's a whole nother season. I would do that.
God,
I would totally do
nice.
that. I would totally do that because you know what? Who cares? The rules are broken. That's the way I feel.
And the whole lead up to Jodie Whittaker, turns out she's actually a companion, either a regenerated.
Well, no, that's an extreme. You already announced her as you already announced her as a 13th Doctor. You can't.
No, you can't recon like that.
You can't. Unless she appears in one episode, and then she goes back to Capaldi like it was like a mid thing. or something like that fan film, and then he becomes another Doctor. I mean, see, here's the thing again.
Joe?
Yeah.
Look at the description.
Wait, what?
All right, you in the middle of cast, okay.
What, yes?
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Okay,
So anyway,
I don't want you to get... All right.
okay. So like, everybody knows I wasn't happy.
Mm-hmm.
They know I wasn't happy with the choice. They don't know I wasn't happy with they changed everything. But, and again, it may turn out maybe I'll love her as a Doctor. Might be, you know. So we'll see. I got to give her the benefit of the doubt. But if things don't go well and the character is going to be forever destroyed, wipe that shit or waste that shit. Do whatever you can to sanctify and save the show. If it means to erase her, erase her. What's up, Jacob?
Hello, Jacob.
What up?
Hi.
What's up, bro?
Nothing much, guys.
What's going on, man?
Getting ready for Oz Comic Con this weekend. Getting to
Oh,
meet Sarah
shit.
and
Who you gonna
Jenny.
see?
Yeah, boy.
Who you gonna see, bro? Who you gonna see?
I'm
Yeah,
just
sorry,
saying-
Jacob. I couldn't send you the link before my computer's acting up.
That's all good, Daniel. I'm seeing Jenna Coleman, Clara, your favorite
Excellent.
joke,
Yeah.
and along with, ready, Madam Vester's wife, Jenny.
That picture with
Oh
the
my
Capaldi
God.
is so cool.
It's going to be amazing.
That's great, bro. That's great. You know what the greatest thing is? That you already met Capaldi and you asked Capaldi a question. How
I
cool.
know, right?
Who could say that, really? You know what I'm saying? So you got that going for you.
I will never forgive BBC for letting Capaldi go.
That's because Peter Capaldi deserves to stay on for more, like, longer episodes.
He needs one more season, or
he's that Doctor that people can relate to, and yeah, he's old, but he's
It doesn't
the
even
greatest.
matter that he's old. He's fucking amazing. He's amazing.
He's amazing, and he got to answer loads of people's questions at the Florida SuperCon, and he's truly an amazing guy. So I just want to say, Peter Capaldi, if you ever come back to Doctor Who again in the future, please do, because you are truly an inspiring person. And
What pissed us off, in fact, they wrote him as though he was suffering from Alzheimer's.
Yeah, I don't like that shit. They were doing
Yeah,
stupid shit. I don't like that shit.
So if you happen to see him again, tell him from all us fans we disliked how they.
Oh, I
treated
love him.
with
You
Alzheimer's.
can tell him, even Jenna Louise Coleman, you can tell her I forget. I'm all for her. I love her. She's great.
I definitely will, Joe. I definitely will.
We've done thousands of casts, bro. I mean, you know.
And who else did you say was going to be at this con that you're going to be at?
So Jenna Coleman's going, and the actress Catherine Stewart, who played Jenny, Madam Vester's wife, is going.
Okay. Ooh, tell her, tell Vaster she's got a big fan with me. She's one of my new favorite.
Jenny's going to be there.
Jenny, not Vastra.
Vaster's wife, yeah. Jenny Flint.
Yes, Jenny Flint. There you go.
Yes. So yeah, get us a shout out, man. Whovians
Yes,
cast.
I will definitely try it.
We'll make it
Definitely try it.
even. That'd be cool. So, all right, Ben, you want to say anything?
Not really.
No.
Oh, I
Yeah,
thought
you-
I didn't see him down there.
Yeah, no. You just see his picture, right? The portrait. There he is. There's Ben.
He's not
all right. Hey, talk about something with Doctor Who, bro.
There's not much to talk about.
I'm just really pissed off that Capaldi is just.
I know.
They fired him. You know, one more year, man. Just one more year. You could have
One
met
more year,
Captain
man.
Jack.
Listen, there's so many
No,
opportunities.
it's you know what, I just wish Capaldi the best, and I hope he's on the level of some of the great actors out there. It's time for him to.
I'm going to tell you right
fulfill
now.
his
I'm going to
destiny.
predict. I'm going to predict after Doctor Who, he's going to be in a film and he's going to win a friggin' Oscar. You watch.
Yes, yep.
You watch that
Peter
shit
Capaldi's
happen.
going to go on to like many
And
amazing.
then when he gets up there, it's like BBC. It's like, I got this.
I
it's
got
like,
one for-
whatever.
I got one for directing. Now I have one for acting.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right.
He needs to be in a
I want good
gangster.
thing. Yes, I want good things from
Gangster
Matt Smith
movie, yeah.
too. I want Matt Smith.
Can you imagine?
I mean, like one more year. One more year, he could have met Captain Jack because Captain Jack's coming back. You know,
I
next
know he's
year.
probably
That's
more than likely
right.
he is. He's hypno person, so.
Can you imagine if they decided to redo the Peter Cushing version of Doctor Who, and just to be funny, they pulled Capaldi to be Peter Cushing's version?
I would
that'd be
love
cool.
him to be that version too. That
And they could
role
get,
fit
I was
him.
thinking the other day, and then they could probably get Taylor Dane as a version of River Song.
Taylor Dane.
I'm
I'm not, you know what? I'm not going to start singing right now.
Tell me I'm the only one.
Every beat of my heart,
I found this her version of Shadow
yeah.
song the other day. I thought, yeah, she could be a human version of.
River Song.
It was funny. I was listening on the bus. I was listening to the Doctor Who music today. I'm getting all like motivated with the long song. And brings it back
It's
to
just
10.
making me mad that they haven't released season 9 soundtrack.
What's going on with that? You know, I think something happened with Murray Gold and Moffat. I think Moffat did some problems because we don't even have series. You know, no series 9, no series 10.
I think Break the Wall, yeah. I think Break the Wall was one of his greatest works.
Didn't they get somebody else to compose though?
Yeah.
So that's bullshit. That's
yeah.
bullshit there.
And no telling how the music's gonna sound for Christmas special.
Oh
It's
God,
not gonna be more
right?
than God, because they
It's gotta
don't
be new
piss
though.
off.
I mean, yeah.
It's gonna be dark,
So
I reckon. Like
Maybe.
the Christmas special is gonna be like dark and mysterious, I reckon.
Wow. I hope they don't like, do change canon.
Very bad sign when the man who has done most of the regeneration songs is not going to be doing the regeneration song for Capaldi.
Yeah. What kind of
The
shit
person
is that?
that don't deserve this bullshit is getting shit on. You know what I'm saying? It just
Fuck
pisses
that,
me
man.
off,
I
that
crossed
whole
out with that
era.
shit. Listen,
God.
I don't understand. Murray Gold should have done, and he's a composer. You don't get another composer if you have a composer.
Exactly.
Moffat does stupid shit like that, though. He had different producers, different friggin' whatever. I mean, what the hell, man? Different special effects teams. I don't know. I don't know. Somebody's just not managing things right.
Something's gone wibbly wobbly in the.
Oh yeah. I doubt we'll ever see Murray Gold doing stuff with Moffat anywhere else.
Nope.
Probably not. Probably not. Unless maybe it's not even Moffat. Maybe it's the BBC being stupid. Who knows?
I don't know, but it's just sad because I really wanted to see him do the regeneration song for Capaldi.
It's September 18th, and we got shit. We don't got a new trailer. We don't got not even an episode title for series. No bone is thrown. The experience is closed. The freaking Doctor Who sites are starving. There's nothing. There is nothing to talk about. They're talking about comic book covers. I mean, there's nothing. There's no toys. There's no whatever. What the hell is going on? What kind of boost is this for Christmas? Where the F is the trailer? Where the F is the trailer?
Welcome to the.
Like seriously.
Hey, Matrix Lord, welcome to the era of Chibnall where you don't get jack shit for anything. This is gonna be like
this.
this.
Showrunner, put another fucking Christmas trailer out.
Moffat don't care anymore because he's out the door.
Oh shit.
He's like, fuck. He's like, I'm out. This is the wilderness season.
This is crazy. You imagine what it's gonna be like when we're gonna try to do casts in January? For like January, February, March, April. I mean, like, and no fucking Doctor Who. Do you imagine what that's going to be like? We've done it before, but it's been hard. But this is going to be even worse.
Because there's no information. We don't know the writers yet.
Jesus.
Only thing, we don't know nothing about what's going on with that production. They should technically be starting filming right about now. November. I don't know.
I heard that she was filming some type of mini-sode or something. Not mini-sode, some type of shit like they did with Bill and the Doctor running around or something. But they're not going to release it until like, maybe January or something. Like a little thing. What is mini-sode or whatever, or whatever?
Yeah, mini.
I don't know. That may not be true though. That's a rumor though. I don't know. But you know what? This is a thing they should be very concerned about because I know that I
I feel sorry. I'm not a Sherlock fan, which is where we went fast. But the fact that that show stayed off for 2 years and they lost most of their film, but I'm not one to stay with a show that's past 1 year. It's a long wait, and you're not giving us anything. Like, I shouldn't be complaining because Sherlock fans have to wait way longer than what we're
Wait, what are
waiting.
you doing, Jacob?
Yeah.
Get off your screen share. You're scrolling on your thing. Yeah. All right.
I just wanted to show my page. You know.
Oh, okay. Let me know then.
Oh.
Show your page. Yeah, go on there.
Yeah.
Okay. You gotta tell me what you're doing now. I don't know what you were doing.
Yeah.
Galaxy Man Show on Facebook, right?
No, this is actually a Doctor Who fan page that I made to keep
Oh,
Doctor Who alive.
Nice.
So, yeah, and I just post heaps of like links and news about Doctor Who and stuff. And
Oh, cool. Okay.
Somebody need to keep it
Now
alive.
they're redoing
Yes.
Tom
Some people
Baker
ain't keeping
version
it.
of Shada in a.
so, if anyone wants to follow that page, please do to support Doctor Who because we are all Doctor Who fans here, and we want to support the show. So there you go.
Absolutely.
Where's the video
Absolutely.
game, Doctor Who? Where's y'all video game yet?
I know, right? Jacob,
Oh,
I'm
right.
gonna give you a link to that in the messenger. I can put it in the description of this video.
Yes,
Okay?
I definitely will. Yep.
Okay, please. And I'll put a link to your YouTube channel there too.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. The two people I've met on the Whovians cast. I met
I know
Danette and
that.
I met Jacob. Hopefully there's more I get to meet.
Come on down, folks. We need to fill up our. We need to fill up our little lower section here.
Yes,
And
we do.
I
Yep.
gotta tell you, I had an opportunity to do something big at one of the conventions with Doctor Who, but with work and everything, I've not been able to do that. So I'm gonna be skipping that. Hopefully, I have that opportunity again. But also too, it's like, you know, my heart is not in it as much as it was, you know, with all the stuff going on. You know, that's why I gotta start getting these casts out there. I gotta start, you know, pumping out the
And
classic series.
Can I get a message, if that's okay with you, Joe? Can I get a message out there to all like the Whovians in the community and stuff? Opinions matter, and like either way, like if you're a Whovian out there or if you're not, like opinions matter in the world these days, and it's all good to like make friends in the world. And I just want to say, I'm like thankful that I met all you guys, and you guys are amazing, wonderful people. And I'm glad that I'm in the Whovian community that with you guys,
Oh,
amazing people.
It was
Thanks.
great to meet you in person,
Thank
dude. It was, you know what?
Yes, it was awesome
Despite,
meeting
you
you
know,
too.
many times, you know, we've been friends, enemies, but you know what? Like at the time, it was great to see you, and I'm glad that we're friends now. And you know,
Yeah.
that was awesome, dude. It was really, I was really happy that day that I got to meet you, and it was great. So, you know, and that's the whole thing is everybody does have to respect everybody's opinion. We may not
Yeah.
agree, but it's okay
Mhm.
not to agree. Don't go after the person and say you're a son of a bitch for not liking the female doctor, or
yeah,
you're a piece of garbage,
exactly.
or you're not a real Whovian fan. Listen, in our community, I'm the only one that can sit on my throne. I look over there's the TARDIS because I got the TARDIS shower curtain. Who can say that?
Damn
Yeah.
straight you do.
Damn it, man! That's it.
Yeah, boy.
That's right. I'm in there naked and I'm looking at the damn TARDIS. There it is. No.
No,
That's our show, everybody.
not.
Good night.
That's not. No,
Listen,
let's not put
it's a
that.
shower, of course, but
It
I'm just
is
saying,
a shower.
it's a shower curtain. But I'm just saying, you know, it's like I'm a nut job when it comes to Doctor Who. I love Doctor Who so much. It's crazy. My kids will laugh when they saw the shower curtain. They're like, "Oh my god, yeah, that's me."
True fan, people.
I do
True
shit
fan.
like that. Next,
I
I'll
mean,
make a
that's-
pizza look like a TARDIS. It's gonna be crazy.
And that's where I see the problem is with what's going on with Doctor Who now. I don't know if that's why I'm really pushing that they have a continuity person on that show because
Yes, you need to
there's
have
so much
a historian,
history, a
something.
historian or something there because you can't let any Tom, Dick, Susie, or Harry come on and
No.
think that they know a lot about it. The only person I could really legitimately say who probably know a lot is probably you and the Capaldi probably was they're the only one on that set that probably knew a lot of stories and knew the actual history of the Doctor and even knew about Peter Cushing's Doctor too. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a shame that I just don't like the fact that showrunners and people can come in and cherry pick what they believe that happened without actually doing the information and fact finding before they write it into a script. And then even so, not for a classic Who, but also for new Who, because they need to have somebody on that too, because this is a show with a lot of history. It's not a regular television show. It's not like Orville or ER and those type of shows,
That's what
that
I'm going on.
yeah, that don't have like 50 plus years of history to it. Just a couple of seasons.
Now
But
I don't.
Now I can understand them coming in and maybe tweaking something a bit. In other words, but this whole coming in and go, oh, the Zygons are now the good
yeah.
guys because we added these 3 villains last season. No.
Correct me if I'm wrong. They did have that in Classic Who, right? One person was continuity person, right?
Yeah, it was somebody.
Yeah.
There was somebody always.
I just don't understand why they don't have it in a new series. I mean, they pay all this big money
It's
for
the
people.
showrunner. The showrunner doesn't want to do that.
If you don't show and didn't
And
care
that's a
about
problem
the
because if they break the rules, then you see it and it's embarrassing. It's like, oh, this happened already. What the hell? No? Or this shouldn't be this way. This, like, would it really hurt for like Moffat to do a story and they say, okay, Gallifrey was destroyed in remembrance of the Daleks, but then it was brought back in the Eight Doctors TV movie, and this is how, and this is why, and there are many Scarros, or there, like, what would it be to explain something for once?
Right.
Like, just flat out explanation. Like, it happened in the classic series. They explained shit to a T. So why can't you just say, this is the way it is, this is what's going on, you have a conclusion. We don't have any conclusions. We go from episode to episode to episode Moffat, and you have no effing clue what the hell the thing's going to be. It's so ridiculous that, like, even when Moffat left a weeping angel in New York City in the cemetery. Well, I don't even know if that was New York City. It was in the cemetery or whatever. He just left it there. How could you leave the biggest threat to the Earth in the cemetery chilling? Why wouldn't you as a doctor stop that? You don't do that. So I don't understand. Like, of course, Moffat put in the episode because he was thinking about it. The doctor has to fix the distortion in New York so he can travel to that time period, because the doctor not being able to travel somewhere is impossible. He has to. Everywhere. He has to be open to it. So Capaldi's doctor is trying to fix that.
Yep.
And that's the way it should be. Even though it's another doctor, whatever, it should be in his brain, oh, I got to be able to travel to New York. And that was it. Even as Capaldi's doctor, Moffat was thinking he wanted them to save the Ponds. He wanted them to save the Ponds because Moffat felt he did the wrong thing. And you know what? I think he did the wrong thing. I don't think we should have ended that way. I think that he didn't know how to end it. But it shouldn't have ended that way. And he should have explained it better why Rory was an Auton.
Yeah.
And the way I would explain it is, well, the Time Lords helped. Because you could tie them in with the cracks. That they put Rory's essence in an Auton to help the Doctor. Or maybe Missy did it, or whatever. Explain it that way. She's a time traveler. Why can't she cross this timeline? Everybody else did. The 11th Doctor. So explain shit once in a while. In the episode, I'm not talking about in a convention. I'm talking about in the freaking episode definitively. Oh, Missy survived, or Missy creates bodies. Danny Pink had 2 freaking bodies already. At the end of the finale, she's in the Nanosphere. Because I think at the end of the finale, she's in the Nanosphere. She beamed out. I don't care where she is. She has the vortex manipulator, or she has a thing that she could go right into the Nanosphere, so why not? But they don't want to explain anything, ever. And that's no good.
No, it's not. Because that's going to get...
When you have it, then people are bored.
It is. It's gotten boring.
Again, Bonnie, me to cut you off.
Oh, no. I wanted you to finish your thought. Yeah, it's certainly... It's just... I don't get it, if you're going... Especially with great intelligence. I mean... honestly, I didn't know who that was, and then I had to actually research who the person
Right.
was, and he didn't explain it. Like, okay, it's a big threat. Okay, I heard this name before. What the hell is it? Why is it back? No, none of that. He just assumed. I think. See, the problem, Marvin, he's assuming that everybody who watched Doctor Who is on the same level of knowledge coming into that show, which is not the case.
That's
Everybody's
true.
on a different knowledge space. It could be for somebody who's honestly has just been their
Hey, Susie.
first. Hey,
Hey
Susie.
guys.
Hello.
Should have been the first person. It could have been their first episode.
Right.
Okay, and he didn't explain nothing.
Yeah.
Like, who is these people? Why is it? I mean, you have to watch a little bit back, but who is this threat? Nothing.
Yeah. Nothing. You got
It's
nothing.
sloppy.
Also, you does things in the episode. You're like, did Clara's like soul go into the water because with the snow? Because they kept showing her eye drops going into the rug or something.
Right.
And I'm like, is that going to be something? No, it wasn't. Or why is there a glowing beam of light that's hanging over her dead body? And then it just disappears. Like, what is that thing? Is that Strax's device? What is that?
He
Nobody
didn't
explained it.
explain none of that.
No.
None of it. And that's what makes me sad about his whole era. And before anybody come, write in the comments that we bashing Moffat, we're not bashing him. We calling it the way it is. We calling it like we see it. And we're not putting anything on him. I mean, if his shit stinks, his shit is going to stink. And he's not going to be able to cover it up.
Do you ever think that that whole crack thing, that whole distortion tongue that was supposed to be the doctor, the name of the doctor? Do you ever think that maybe wasn't the doctor, that it was Clara? Because Clara, caused all problems traveling in the TARDIS with the shoulder, that maybe because she's connected with the doctor, that it was actually her thing, her essence, and that when she went in it, it was even more ridiculous because.
And because that's the thing. We don't know what Splinter. We don't know where Clara is.
We don't know if that was the doctor's soul. We don't know what the hell that was. Why would it have to be him? I mean, I know it's connected to his timeline, but why is it him? Some type of Time Lord thing or something.
But we didn't get an explanation for that neither. Why?
No.
I mean,
they didn't explain how they got out.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Did they just show up there with Bastra and his TARDIS? What happened?
Jeez.
And what's up, Susie?
Are these the theories on the Christmas episode?
No, we're just talking in general.
Yeah.
In general?
Yeah.
Well, I promised you guys something that I was going to show you guys, and I couldn't show it to you last night because, of course, I had to have radio silence last night. But I grabbed them as soon as Scott told me you guys were already on. Let me show you these.
Oh, the comics.
Nice.
Look at that.
Yeah. I would love to figure out how to use this next thing. My fiance got me this.
It's a TARDIS that just dematerialized. No. What is it? Bubble wrap. No, what is that?
Ooh, sweet.
A little bit slow so they can see it all.
Oh, it's a set.
Oh, that's cool.
That's nice.
It's a Doctor Who calendar, but I have no clue on how to use it.
Wow.
I really want a clock with all the doctors on it.
And this came from this great play, the place I told you about that has the old Xboxes and other gaming systems.
Yeah.
Yeah. They have handhelds. They have handhelds, and they have the regular gaming systems. I was so upset last night. I had to go on and play Wolfenstein and shoot some things. So.
Yeah, so we couldn't hear you yesterday, and then you dropped out. Yeah.
I was communicating via the chat box. So I was with you with all 3 podcasts.
Okay. I know sometimes we have different guests, things get a little controversial, but.
It sounded interesting last night. No, I wouldn't have been offended at all. I heard everything.
Okay.
So
all right.
I told you guys I was watching you.
Yes.
Ooh,
I'm glad, because sometimes people get annoyed.
Watching us.
I know that sounds kind of
You gotta
crazy.
stop.
Well, we did, Scott, you did your walkabout thing, but we did do the Real Whovians cast yesterday.
Yes,
So
you
then
did.
you were saying that we didn't.
Yeah, and I mentioned doing that on my walkabout
We
today.
did the horror cast, the everything show, and
Yeah,
the
y'all did
Real
all of
Whovians.
that yesterday.
But we did meet Ben did a Real Whovians before that earlier in the day.
Yeah, and you did a horror cast last night, and I would have loved to have been on that one
Yeah,
too.
Yeah,
To
what was that
chime
to do?
in on my,
I was
to chime
out
in on
of
my
it yesterday.
two cents worth on Stephen King stuff, because I'm a Stephen King fan too. I just
We can
don't
still do
like
horror
horror.
cast. There's no rules. I mean, I can do it tonight.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, I got something else to show that's related to that.
Okay.
So.
Really nice.
Scott and I have been talking off almost all afternoon, so there you go.
What do you got?
But hi, everybody. Just in case I missed you. Hi,
What's
Bud.
up?
I missed you.
Oh, Phil. Oh, I miss y'all too. I've been really sick lately, and I've been exhausted, like beyond.
We hope you get
Have
better.
some chicken soup,
Thank you.
okay?
All right. Yeah. And plus, I've been working 10 hours each day.
Red pepper in it and hot sauce. So.
Well, I
Yeah.
make it for you, but it wouldn't make it to Texas because it did spoil by the time I got to you.
Yeah, exactly.
So, all right. So we're gonna stay in the off air while we get off now. But thank you guys for joining us. Thank you, subscribers, viewers. Please hit the subscribe button, the like button. Subscribe to the Galaxy Man Channel 2. Check out Jacob's Facebook page. And we're gonna have the links as soon as he gives it to me, and I can put it in there for you guys to do. All right. So guys, stay in here. All right, guys. Take care. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.